So the trial of Sukuna getting the death penalty has been put on pause as we are focusing on Hikari versus Yorami in the latest spoiler. Because the chapter starts off with the battle between Yorami versus Hikari, and most likely half of this chapter actually focus on that battle, which is actually a good thing because we saw Yorami versus Hikari actually begin at the same time when Kashimo was actually fighting against Sukuna. So it's really good to see that are able to get a focus on that fight. But Yorami's actually pissed off because she got separated from her master Sukuna. So she goes on ahead and actually attacks Hikari by activating her curse technique, Frost Calm, which is a true essence of a curse technique because it's an ice formation that when it actually hits a subject with cursed energy in a super cold state, is able to freeze them. As she's able to freeze Hikari's arm, but Hikari is able to break the ice and was able to grab her and throw her into her ground as she is crashing down through the buildings and the floor. But she goes on ahead and do her attack one more time, and she's able to actually get a hit on Hikari, but Hikari's regeneration is actually a lot faster. And she says that Hikari's regeneration actually surpassed Sukuna and Gojo. So Yorami, she's still in shock to see that Hikari's regeneration is actually that quick. Hikari goes on ahead and take the opportunity to actually kick her, but Yorami tries to grab Hikari's leg and tries to freeze it, but Hikari was able to slip out of his shoe and kick Yorami on the face. As Yorami, now she's changing her perception on Hikari because she says that human fears loneliness and it makes them weak. But Hikari doesn't have that part of humanity in him. So she says that she won't consider Hikari as a human anymore, as she says that she will crush Hikari with all of her might. As Hikari, he is just loving this, and he says that I have been heating up for a long time. So we go back into our original program, which happens to be the trial of Sukuna, because Judgment says that Yuji is being accused of the mass murder in Shibuya, but Higuruma defends Yuji by saying that the true culprit is Sukuna. And Higuruma, the whole time, he is actually thinking of a way to uphold Sukuna to be guilty. And the whole time, Sukuna's just chilling with his arms folded and everything. And without a care in the world, he tells Higuruma to get over the process already. As Sukuna says that he already knows about Higuruma's domain rules back when he was in Yuji. So he already knows the rules, and most likely Sukuna, as a smart person, he kind of knows what the strategy that they're doing. But Sukuna is not worrying about it at all because the only interest that he has about Higuruma is Higuruma's sword and nothing else. As Judgment determined that Sukuna is guilty and announced both death penalty and conversation. As Sukuna's just smiling because all he wants is Higuruma to actually use his executioner sword, which he's able to do. So Higuruma stated that when he wields this sword, Sukuna will lose all of his curse technique because he automatically was thinking like, hey, Sukuna already lost his 10 shadows technique when he fought against Gojo. So why don't we just remove all of his curse technique, as he already pleaded guilty and he's under confrontation. But the thing is that the confrontation only applies to Sukuna's curse tools, because as soon as Higuruma's domain actually opened, Kusasabe joins in on the fight, but then suddenly Higuruma actually has a flashback when someone's told him like, hey, do you want to die? Because as we saw that the domain is open, Kusasabe is trying quickly to protect Higuruma because they realize that the effects only affected Sukuna's tools, not his technique. So Sukuna can still use his curse technique. And we see that Sukuna activated his curse technique, and a whole bunch of slashes is raining down on Kusasabe and Higuruma as the chapter pretty much ends, as we see both sorcerers are getting cuts everywhere. But that's pretty much all what we got from the latest spoilers. So let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about the latest leaks and spoilers, thought process, theories, and all. Higuruma fans, it is a safe space to cry. So let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel. But other than that, be decent, be safe, y'all, and have a nice day.